So today I'm going to share with you one of the most exciting times I ever fell off a horse. I was training a horse. This was much younger days, you know, those teenage and college years where you think you're invincible. So I'm training this horse. She's been doing really well. So I think it's a good idea. I've got saddle up on her. I've been getting up on her. She's been doing great. I'm out there all by myself, which is another thing you shouldn't do, but thankfully wearing a helmet. And I get up on her and I am swinging my leg over the back of the saddle and she takes off at a dead run. Takes about 20 or 30 paces. I'm not exactly sure because I'm just holding on for dear life at this point. Still standing up in the left stirrup and my other leg not even fully in the saddle yet. And she dead stops. And I'm hanging on to her. I'm hanging on to the saddle and the saddle breaks. And I go flying catapult style, at least 10 or 15 feet in front of her, hit the dirt, and then with my head first, of course, which is a good thing I was wearing a helmet. Doctor told me later I would be dead. That the helmet comes down over my eyes, breaks the bridge of my nose, and then I flatten down and dislocate my right hip. Okay, so of course, at this point, I don't know my hip's dislocated. I don't know my nose is broken. I'm laying in the dirt and I'm thinking, I'm all by myself. Who's going to take care of this horse? Okay, first thought, you know, you're not rational. Thankfully, the adrenaline was going real good because I didn't feel any pain. I knew I was really messed up. I could hardly move my right leg at all because it had been dislocated and basically the right hip muscle had imploded. And so I dragged myself over to the horse, which is standing by the fence now. I use the fence to pull myself up. I take the saddle and the bridle off the horse and put it on the fence. And then I use the fence to get to the gate and I crawl down to the barn. I grab a broom and use the broom as a crutch to get to my car because, of course, that's where my cell phone is. I get to my car, I grab my cell phone, I call my mother, and I say, Mom, I need an ambulance. And then I pass out next to my car, and that's where they found me. And I got whisked away in an ambulance, and that was fun. I had a concussion, I had a cracked bridge of my nose. Thankfully they didn't have to reset the hip because it had popped out and then popped back in itself, so that wasn't so bad, except the bruise on my hip, I swear, was this big. And shortly after that, the owner of that horse decided that she was going to take her to auction. So I was very bummed about that because for 6 weeks I couldn't walk without crutches and I certainly couldn't work the horse anymore. So yeah, never use that helmet again. Thanks. Bye.